I flipped the light switch, and my bedroom vanished. No bed, no dresser, no door where it should have been. And then I heard my mother's voice calling my name. My mother, who's been dead for 10 years. If you've ever been afraid of the dark, if you've ever felt something watching you when the lights go out, hit like, subscribe, and don't blink. Because this story proves that sometimes survival itself is the most brutal revenge. I was exhausted. The kind of exhaustion that settles into your bones. The kind that makes your body move on autopilot while your mind begs for silence. I shut my bedroom door, reached for the switch. Click. Darkness. No glow from the street. No standby light from electronics. Just pitch black. I didn't think much of it. I knew my room. I could walk it blind. I took 3 steps forward and fell. Hard. The carpet slammed into my knees and palms as I barely managed to stop my face from smashing into the floor. Adrenaline exploded through my chest. My heart pounded like I'd been dropped into a nightmare without warning. Where was my bed? I scrambled up, hands flailing, panic tightening my throat. I reached back for my dresser. Nothing. Spun around. Nothing. That made no sense. My room was small, claustrophobic even. There should have been something. But my hands touched only air, cold, empty, endless. My stomach dropped. I backed up until my shoulder hit a wall and started sliding my hands along it, breathing fast, counting steps like a child lost in the dark. Finally, a door. Relief surged. I felt beside it for the switch. There was nothing there. My pulse roared in my ears. What the hell? I whispered. Son, I opened the door and stepped out, desperate to find light. The floor beneath my feet wasn't carpet anymore. It was laminate. Cold, smooth, wrong. I hugged the wall, shuffling forward, nose wrinkling as a foul smell hit me. Rotten, sulfuric, like spoiled meat and eggs. I gagged and pressed on. I should have hit the corner by now. Instead, my face met a wall. The hallway ended. It wasn't possible. My breath came in shallow gasps as panic finally took full control. I crouched against the wall, arms wrapped around myself, underwear soaked with sweat, mind screaming. I was trapped. After a minute, maybe more, I forced myself up, back to the room, check every inch. That's when my foot slipped. I fell forward into something wet, something soft, something wrong. The smell exploded around me. I scrambled backward, retching as I flung foul-smelling sludge from my hands. Trash, I thought. Just trash. Then I heard it, a door opening, from my room. A door that had never existed before. Honey? A voice called. My blood turned to ice. That voice. It was my mother's. My real mother. The one I buried 10 years ago. Honey, where are you? I didn't breathe. Didn't move. Fear wrapped around my spine like a vice. That wasn't her. Are you okay? It asked, closer now. Something stepped into the hallway. Click, click, click. Small, deliberate sounds on the laminate. Honey, come out. I panicked. The pile, whatever it was, stood between me and the thing. I didn't think. I climbed into it, buried myself. As I pushed aside lumpy shapes, my hand brushed something round. A nose, teeth, an open mouth. They weren't trash. They were bodies, human remains. My breath locked in my chest. I didn't scream. I couldn't. Let me help you, the voice crooned. The clicking was right beside me now. I shoved myself deeper into the pile, fighting bile, fear, and sanity. Something moved the bodies above me. Liquids dripped onto my face, into my mouth. I almost gagged. Then another voice, not human. He's not in here. The sound was wrong. Wet, chittering. The movement stopped. The thing had almost touched me. Letis checked the other room. Clicking footsteps retreated. I lay there shaking, soaked in blood and filth, until I heard another door open. They were searching. They were hunting. I crawled free, trembling, and slipped back into the room, hands flying over the walls. Honey? My mother's voice called again, right outside. Don't run! It was behind me. I screamed. My fingers found the switch. I flipped it. Light exploded into the room. I spun, sobbing, fists raised. And there was nothing. My real bedroom stood around me. Normal, safe, silent. I had won. Whatever they were, whatever fed on fear and darkness, they lost the moment I turned on the light. I slid down the wall, shaking, blood still smeared across my skin. They didn't get me. They didn't add me to the pile. That was my revenge. G. Reflective wrap up, 15 to 20 seconds. Some things don't want your body, they want your fear, your obedience, your surrender. And sometimes the cruelest thing you can do is refuse to give it to them. H. Outro call to action, 15 to 25 seconds. If this story crawled under your skin, hit like. If you've ever felt something watching you in the dark, tell us in the comments. And if you want more stories where survival is revenge, subscribe. And tonight, keep your lights on. If you want next, a darker ending twist, a found footage/police report version, or a sequel hook for a series,